Hi, my friends, and welcome to the channel. I am so thrilled to have you all tuning in today. And today I am talking about, like being interesting. Like it is like we all think that we're interesting, or at least you should. If you have a healthy self esteem, you should absolutely think that you're interesting. You should absolutely think that people should be interested in you. However, you have to go, where do you draw the line? And it ends up being, okay, maybe I find myself super interesting, but maybe I'm not actually like being interesting to others because I'm not displaying behavior that ends up making them feel interested in me because I am just making everything all about myself, right? So today we are talking about how to be more interesting to others. It's being, yes, it is all about me, but still, now I'm thinking, I want others to care about me, what I have to say, and what I think, right? And so it's one of those things where you're going, that means, like, so some people go, so then should I make it all about myself? You go, no, you want others to be interested in you because you are already interested in yourself. So you have to show interest in them. Usually, that is something like being the first person to approach. That is in terms of like friendship. And I'm stressing that it's in terms of friendship because you know that this channel is all about us working on our femininity and things like that, right? So it's not so much about approaching your masculine counterpart that you are interested in romantically and, like being the first one to make a move because as a feminine woman, you generally, you generally want the man to be the one who makes the move, but in the setting where it's like, oh, like I am approaching someone that I'm interested in being friends with, or I am approaching my spouse, and maybe we have had, like a bit of a rough time, and I'm trying to patch things up, right? You have to be there. If you are interested in fixing or, like having him or her go, I am interested in what he or she has to say, right? Be the first one to approach. And so when you approach, what are you supposed to do? Like, ask questions. Ask questions. And for myself, like, I go, ask questions sounds great, but then the questions you ask are so important. You don't want to be asking questions that ends up making the other person like feeling like, oh my god, are you attacking me, or why are you asking all these questions out of nowhere? So immediately the other person is thinking, oh my god, am I in trouble? You're like, no, like just simple questions like, how was your day? Like, what were you up to today? Really simple things that just get someone talking, gets them feeling comfortable. Don't bring up difficult subjects because the idea is to have them, is to have them go express themselves and just go, oh wow, this is so amazing. I feel so good expressing myself to you. And so this person is turning around and going, oh my God, it's so easy to talk to you. And you're like, oh wow, that's great. Let me share some of the things that I have been up to as well. Right? And so you ask questions and you share as well. So you're not having the person that you are trying to have be interested in you be the only one that's sharing, because when the other person is the only one that's sharing, they start feeling as if they are oversharing. But then if you encourage them by sharing some of what you have been up to as well, it makes them feel comfortable and makes them go, okay, I guess I'll tell you more. And you're like, yeah, absolutely, I'd love to. And so ask more easy questions, right? Because this is like you are just getting to know someone. So you're not supposed to rush, because I don't know what your purpose is with that person. But if the idea is to know the person long term, you're just supposed to take it easy. You're supposed to make it as much as possible about getting to know them, but also sharing about yourself. And so after that, like, you go, let's take it to the next step. Like, we have just met, we have introduced ourselves to each other, and so I guess, are we meeting again, right? And if that is the case, that's when you go, oh my God, what are some of your interests? I'm assuming that some of those interests did come up in the conversation already, right? And so you share your interests as well. And then one thing I'll say, for me, like, when I ask people about their interests, or when people ask me about my interests, I'm like, okay, let me share them. But then I usually appreciate more if someone is trying to make me feel like more comfortable, when rather than suggest that we do something that I am interested in or have expressed as my interest, for them to offer instead to try meeting together and doing something that is more of their interest. And that is something that I really recommend, because then it's not putting the person in a position where the person is entertaining you. You have put yourself in a position where you are entertaining them first by inviting them to do something that is of interest to you. So when that person shows up, let's say that this is even an interest that you have in common, they can reasonably go, I am in, like, I honestly don't know what to expect at all, and I will not blame myself should I fail in this situation. So I am very comfortable with not doing very well, because this is not something that I have claimed to be an expert at. So I already feel at ease. I'm just like, I'm just here to have a good time, and maybe you will teach me a thing or two, or I will teach you a thing or two, being the person that's trying to get you to be more interested in me, right? And so, and then after you have shared some of your interests, and then, like, gone and done some of the things that are interesting to you, and so you're having this person build more, you know what, I guess maybe we really can be friends, and I don't feel so uncomfortable around this person. You go, why don't we try and do some of the things that are interesting to you? Would you like to show me some of the things that are interesting to you, right? And for the most part, most people will go, yeah, because we have already done a few activities together, so we are a little more comfortable with each other, so you can express yourself a little bit more. And then I usually go, this is the part that I feel is very important when you are trying to get others to be, like, to find you more interesting, right? And I guess sometimes people think that it's a problem for you to be interested in having others be interested in you, but it's absolutely not. It is absolutely not, and it's something that you absolutely must invest in, because that is the whole thing that makes your life just, like, it's the thing that goes, it's like smooth sailing, because if everyone you met was actually interested in you, interested in, like, giving you what you want, then you would just have a perfect life. But obviously, not everyone you meet will be interested in you or interested in your interest. So, to the best of your ability, you have to get all the people that are super close to you, or even, like your friends, your spouse, especially, and just your family members and your community to be kind of interested in your interests, right? And so, usually for me, I go in terms of friends, a spouse, or family members, I go help them to look and do better. Like, that is one of the fastest ways to get others to be more interested in you. And I guess one thing that I usually observe with a lot of people is that they don't notice that, like, their spouses are either shy or they have other things that they go, like, they think in their own hearts and they think it would really be interesting if someone noticed this about me, right? And then you go, well, I guess I did. And you know what? I'm going to bring it to light and we'll work on this together, right? So it's little things like that that just make the person go, wow, I didn't know that anyone ever noticed. Tell me more, right? And then you go ahead and tell them more. You help them shine. And as you're helping them shine, they're just going, wow, I am learning all these other sides to my spouse or my friend that I did not know. And that is so cool. Like, it's different, it's odd. Is she, like, what is she up to, like, or what is he up to? Is she's switching things up, like, what's going on? But you know what, the truth is, I'm fine because she's making me feel amazing. She's being so attentive. She's actually being interested in my interests. And I don't know, maybe she's up to something. But so far, I really like it, right? And so it's just little things like that that you would not think that it would make a difference to, like, a spouse or friend that you have known for a long time. But it absolutely does. Just go, ask more questions. Go, you know what? We have been friends for a long time, and I don't know. I have not really asked you, have you developed any other interests? Or would you like to try this? But for the most part, make it about them. But then obviously it is about you because you're the person that's coming up with the ideas. You're the person that's, like, putting together all these, like, like, little events that you guys are doing together. So then you are in this person's mind more often, which means that you have now become a person of interest to them if they were not previously interested in you. And so, or you have pretty much reactivated the spark that you had when your friendship started or when your relationship started, so that it feels like, I have known this person for a long time, but now I'm also knowing new things about him or her, or we're doing new things together, and it's generally, like, focused around me. It's generally, like, really, she is easy to be around, and the activities that she's coming up with are so easy for me to do. So it's as easy as breathing, right? Well, it's, in some cases it won't be, but it's close to that. So that is how you get others to be interested in you. When you can get them to reveal themselves to you and to be open to spending time with you, but without feeling like they are uncomfortable, that is how, like, they develop more interest in you. You become someone that they can rely on. You become someone that you're just like, wow, you know what? I have this friend and she makes me feel amazing. I'm just getting to know this woman, and she's like, every time I spend time around her, I just feel so good. And I don't know why, but I feel so good. And you go, the secret is I'm making it all about you, and I'm sharing myself openly as well. And we're working on activities that are actually comfortable for you. So that is my recommendation. Like, that's what I recommend for when you're trying to have others be more interested in you. I am sure that you guys have other methods that you have either used in the past or are using in the present, and I would absolutely love to hear about them. So please feel free to leave a comment and let the rest of us know some of the things that you have been up to make others feel more interested in you.